So very dynamically starting standing, and in any case, my intention today was to do expansive things both for the front and for the back. So we can start at the front or the middle of your mat with your feet parallel and your knees a little bit bent. And first of all, just finding your weight in your body. So maybe moving around, maybe having a little wiggle, maybe just really planting your feet into the ground, bending your knees, and starting to move with your breath, with your breathing. And then as you inhale, opening your arms and bringing your shoulders, your hands back, so your shoulders are opening up, and exhale. And inhale the arms up. And opening the chest, and then exhale. And again, inhale, opening the arms up, and exhale. One more time, inhale, open the arms up, opening the chest, and exhale. And then the other way around, so inhale, arms up, opening the chest, and then exhale, bring your arms in. Inhale, and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale, one more time, inhale, and exhale. Nice. And then this time just opening the chest as you inhale and closing the arms as you exhale, really rounding your back. And then inhale, opening the chest, and then exhale, and then inhale, and really exaggerated. You can also cross your arms. Inhale and exhale. Okay, and then dropping the arms, holding a little wiggle. And then inhale, bring the arms up. And as you exhale, this time leaning over to one side. Then inhale, arms up. And exhale, leaning over to the other side. And then inhale again. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, come back to the middle. And then exhale, drop your arms down. And then bending the knees. So forget the arms will do whatever they want to do. Bring your feet out a little bit wider. And then we're going to inhale and exhale into the hips. So inhale up and then exhale down. So you're really opening the hips. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, exhale. And then just staying down here in the hips. So starting to squat. So knees out apart, bending your knees as much as you need to bring your hands down. And then we're going to inhale and exhale. Bring the bottom down a little bit closer to the floor. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Okay, and then inhale, slowly rolling all the way back up to standing. Bring your arms up with you. And exhale, arms down. So starting with some vinyasas as usual, coming to the front of your mat, bringing babies with you. So feet forward, bending the knees a little bit. Inhaling, bring the arms up. Exhale, folding down, bending the knees. Inhale, exhale, folding. And then inhale, hands come forward. Exhale, legs come back. Inhale to plank, exhale, knees, chest and chin are all the way down. And then inhale, forearms coming forward and looking up, stretching the front of your abdomen, your chest. Exhale, coming down. Inhale on your hands and knees, and then exhale, pushing up into your downward dog, bringing your feet to the sides of your mat, hands to the sides of your mat. Bending the knees and pushing your hips up towards the ceiling and stretching the space between your shoulder blades. Nice deep breaths. So really focusing on stretching the front and the back of your body and the back of your legs and the front of your legs and making as much space between all the ends of your limbs. And then inhale, looking towards the hands, bring the feet together again. And then taking baby steps towards your hands, bending your knees. And then bend the knees, inhale, lengthen forward, exhale, folding down. And inhale, keeping the knees bent, nice and slowly coming all the way back up to standing. And exhale, folding down. Folding down, bring your hands down. And then have a little shake. A little shake. I'm quite hot here, so I'm gonna take one layer off. And so, inhaling, bring your arms up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding down, bending your knees. Inhale, bring the hands forward. Exhale, hands come back. Inhaling into plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin all coming down straight in your plank. Bring your hands forward. Inhale, opening the chest. Starting to push up with your hands, looking up, lengthening the front of your body. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale onto the knees and onto the feet. And stretching everything again. So bring your hands and your feet out wide on your mat. Nice deep breaths and making space between all of your limbs. Nice deep breaths, dropping the head and neck down. And then inhale, looking forward. Bring your feet together again. And this time either stepping, walking, or jumping your feet forward. Bending your knees. Inhale, lengthening forward. Exhale, folding down. And then inhale, keeping the knees bent. Coming up with a straight spine, reaching all the way to the ceiling. And then exhale, drop your hands down. Okay, one more time. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands come forward. Exhale, legs come back. Walk, step or jump. The legs back. Inhale into plank. Knees, chest and chin are coming down, all the way down. Inhale, hands come forward. And then opening the front of your body up, looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, coming down, hands underneath the shoulders, and then coming onto the knees, and then the feet. And bring your hips up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. And really warming up your body, stretching out your limbs. Nice deep breaths. And then one more deep inhale here. And as you exhale, bring the feet towards the hands. Again, step, walking or jumping the feet forward. Bending the knees. Inhale, lengthening forward. Exhale, folding down. And inhale, nice and slowly bringing everything back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, drop the arms down. Nice. So bring your feet wider than your hips, but not so wide as usual. And bring your hands towards your hips. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. And then bending your knees like we did before. So your knees come out to the sides. And then bring the hands down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthening forward. And then exhale, folding down with your torso coming towards your legs. Stretching your spine out, keeping the knees bent. So the main thing here is that we're stretching the front and the back of the body. So lengthening out the torso, bending the knees and stretching out the hips. Nice deep breaths. And then inhale, starting to straighten your legs. Bring the hands a little bit closer to the rest of your body. So this time we're going to go down with not so bent knees, so slightly bent knees. And then inhale, lengthening forward. And exhale, folding down. Nice deep breaths. And if you want to, you can keep your legs in the position where they are, but you can take your hands out further. So you're stretching your spine by reaching your fingers forward, lengthening your arms and then your spine. And then inhale, slowly looking up. Exhale, placing your hands on your hips. And then inhale, nice and slowly coming all the way back up to standing. Okay, and bringing your feet back towards the middle. Hello, Jojo.
Hello,
Hello. And having a little wiggle. And your feet back towards the top of the mat. Do one more vinyasa so we're all in the same plane of existence. So bending your knees. Inhale, bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding down. Bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale, hands come forward. Exhale, legs come back. Inhaling into plank. And then knees, chest and chin all coming down, all in one go. Inhale, bring your hands forward and opening the spine, looking up towards the ceiling, opening the chest. And then exhale, coming down, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, coming onto the knees and then pushing up onto your toes. Nice deep breaths. And again, opening the feet out to the sides of the mat, hands out to the sides of your mat if you like, and basically just opening your downward dog slightly by bringing your hands out wider and your feet out wider. Nice deep breaths, bending the knees a little bit, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling, dropping your neck and head down. And one more deep breath here. And then inhale, looking towards your hands. Bring your hands in and feet in if you took them out. And then looking towards the hand, taking steps, walking or jumping towards your hands. Landing with bent knees. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, folding all the way down. And then inhale, bent knees, coming all the way back up. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the arms down. And then we're gonna come with a wider stance. So taking a nice big step down your mat, bigger than the one before. Turning your right foot out, left foot comes in slightly. Bringing arms out and then reaching to your right as you exhale. Coming down towards your leg, hand either above or below the knee, and then twisting from the hips up through the spine, shoulders, neck and head, looking either straight ahead or looking up towards the ceiling, opening the chest. Nice deep breaths. So in case you missed it, the intention for the class today is to stretch out the front and back of the torso mostly, but also stretching out everything else. Like a kind of bringing a sense of expansion everywhere. So as you exhale, looking down towards your toes, and inhale, coming up, changing the feet round, bring your left foot forward, right foot comes in slowly, bring the arms up, reaching over to the left, and coming down, bring your arm to your leg, and then twist from your hips up through your spine, shoulders, neck, and head, looking forward or looking up. Nice deep breaths. So stay where you are. I'm just going to mute Jojo. Don't move. Okay. Okay, one more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, looking down, inhale, coming back up. Keeping the feet where they are. Again, turning the right foot out, bringing the left foot in, bending the knee. Making sure the knee doesn't come past your ankle, bringing your right arm to your right leg. And then making a straight line from your left foot to your left hand. Opening the chest, so you're also twisting up. So your chest is right in front of you. And then if you're happy, either looking forward or looking to the palm of your left hand, opening the chest, opening the hips, bending the front leg. Nice deep breaths. Very strong. And then exhale, looking down. Inhale, slowly coming back up. change the feet. Left foot comes forward, right foot comes in. Bend the left knee, bring your left arm to your left leg, and then making a straight line from your right foot to your right hand. And then twisting, opening the chest, looking forward or looking to the palm of your right hand. Nice deep breaths. And then exhale, looking down, inhale, coming up. And then again, keep the feet where they are. You can drop the hands down, but we're just going to repeat the same thing we did in the beginning. So just opening, as you inhale, you're opening your chest and arms and looking up and out. And as you exhale, you're rounding the top of your back, bringing your hands forward. So inhale at your own pace. So as you inhale, you're opening up your chest. And as you exhale, you're rounding your upper back. So inhaling, exhaling, and then inhaling just a couple more times, and exhaling, and then dropping down the arms when you're ready. So I'm realizing that I look very tropical here, but it's because the heating's on, because Django's cold. So coming forward to the top of the mat. Nice deep breath and just having a little shake. Keep moving with your breath and maybe take the shake a little bit deeper, more into your hips. And then coming to the top of your mat, bending the knees, inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, folding down. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, bring your hands forward. Exhale, legs come back. Walk, step or jump your legs back. Inhaling to plank. And then knees, chest and chin all coming down straight in one go. And then we're going to take a little bit more time here than usual to come into our upward dog. So you can bring your forearms first down to the ground. And taking a moment just to start to push up from your elbows. Looking up, bring your shoulders back. Starting to look up towards the ceiling. It becomes harder and harder to talk here. And then starting to push up with your hands. Opening the chest, pulling the shoulders back and looking up. And still finding the space to breathe. Nice deep breath. And then coming down, all the way down. And bringing your hands underneath your shoulders this time. And if your lower back feels okay, then starting to push up from your abdomen, I suppose, and using your lower back. Coming up first, not really using your hands, just coming up with your chest. And then once that feels okay, you can start to push into your hands and start to look up towards the ceiling. But the main thing is that you're not forcing your back and you're not bringing all of the back bend into your lower back. It's more gradual than that. So nice deep breath, starting to look up towards the ceiling and breathing. And then exhale, coming all the way down. And then on your next inhale, engaging your abdomen and tucking your toes under, coming up first onto your knees. And then bringing your knees out to the sides of your mat, hips coming to the heels, and then allowing yourself a nice child's pose for a few breaths, dropping the neck and head down. And relaxing your shoulders, your neck, your arms, everything. So on your next inhale, coming back up onto your hands and knees. And then coming back down onto your belly on the mat. So part of my intention today is to stretch the front and the back of the torso. And basically do back bends and forward bends. So this time, bending your knees and bring your hands to the outside of your feet. Because it's a good intention, but it's very hard to explain. It's always the most challenging place to try and narrate at the same time. So anyway, we're starting here. This is a perfectly good back bend and you can stay here. If you're happy, then you can start to push up, not pulling with your arms, just pushing your chest upwards and starting to look up towards the ceiling. Bring your weight more onto your hips, onto your hip bones. And if you're happy, you can start to kick out. So you're pushing really with your legs, not with your arms. Your hands are just connected to your legs. You're kicking your feet away from your body and this lifts and brings your torso with you. So you're looking up as you're kicking away. And then exhale, come down. Let go, have a little rest for a second. We're going to do this a couple more times. So just take a second to let your heart rate slow down slightly. And then when you're ready, bring your head back to the center. And again, opening first your chest, looking up. And then if you're comfortable, you can start to kick back with your legs and opening out your chest. Bring a nice back bend, looking upwards, breathing. And then exhale, coming all the way back down. And rest in your front of your body. Keep your hands and your feet where they are though. Nice deep breath, slowing your heart rate a little bit. And then one more time, inhale, coming into the middle. First, opening the chest up. Maybe you can bring your hands a little bit further down your feet. And then kicking out with your feet, looking up. Nice deep breath as much as you can. Looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, coming all the way back down. Letting go of your hands, your legs, bring your legs down to the floor, and then just taking a little rest for a couple of nice deep breaths. Absolutely nothing to do. And then inhale, bring your head back to the middle. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, engaging your abdomen and coming up onto your hands and knees. Bring your legs, your knees forward. And then bring your hips to your heels, coming down. Just a kind of reverse posture, but that's not so extreme as a complete forward bend. Bring your hands out forward. Let go of your neck and head down. And taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then inhale, come back up into kneeling position. We're going to continue with our back bending. So staying in your kneeling position, bring your arms behind you. So I find it easier to do it one at a time. So bring one arm, then the other arm behind you. First, just on the ground behind you or on your feet. Everybody's arm length is quite different. So you'll find your hands land somewhere different. Then when you're ready, you can come up onto your shins. And first of all, because it's quite a long thing to get into, we're just going to open the chest and bring the hands down towards the feet and start to look up. So the main thing is that you're also protecting your lower back by engaging your abdomen and opening the chest, looking up towards the ceiling. You should feel quite a lot going on in your lower back and the front of your body, and then exhaling, coming back down. It looks a bit funny and it feels a bit funny, but it will make more sense in a minute. So we're going to do it one more time. So again, bringing your shoulders back first, so opening your chest, and then coming up onto your shins, imagining that you're reaching all the way down with your hands, unless your arms are that long. And then inhaling, opening the chest, looking up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. And then exhaling, coming back down. Okay, so the next pose is a little bit more tricky, so I would just recommend to watch it first before you try it. So we're gonna come back up, but this time we're gonna bring one arm and then the other arm back behind us, taking hold of the shins, or if they're too far away, you can tuck your toes under, bring your shins a little bit closer to your body. And then we're pushing the front of the body forward, looking up towards the ceiling. And then if you're comfortable and your neck goes that way, you can drop your neck and head down. But when you're here, it's very important that as you come out of it, you support your lower back as you slowly come back down towards the ground and you don't sort of crunch yourself forward all in one go. So coming up onto the shins, you can tuck your toes under if you know your arms a little bit short, or you can leave your hands down. Inhale, bringing one arm back, taking hold of your ankle, other arm back, pushing the chest forward, the hips forward, opening the chest, looking up towards the ceiling. And then if you feel comfortable, you can drop your neck and head back, but only if that's very comfortable for you. Do not force this. And then add nice deep breaths. We're aiming for 3 of your own deep breaths before you start to come out of it. And then when you're ready, placing your hands on your lower back and very slowly coming up, forward over your knees. Breathe and bend your knees down. Really nice. And then very gently from here, just coming forward into your child's pose, counter posture. Be very gentle with your lower back. Dropping your neck and head down. And taking a little bit longer than usual here. Nice deep breaths. So back bends can be very uncomfortable because it's not a position that we normally put our bodies in. But they're very good for exactly that reason, is to really counter posture your everyday life. And to get blood flowing to places where it wouldn't normally be going. So all good things, but can feel very awkward and strange. So as you inhale, coming back onto your hands and knees, and then bringing your legs back, coming into your plank position, coming down knees, chest and chin, or coming down all in one go, but be very slow and gentle because it's going to feel very odd. And then bring your forearms forward, inhaling, looking up. This should start to feel a lot easier. And then exhale, placing your hands underneath your shoulders, inhaling, coming onto the knees, then pushing up your hips towards the ceiling, bending the knees, pushing the hips up and opening the chest, the shoulders, the back of your legs. Nice deep breaths. And then inhale, forward and coming down into seated. So again, crossing your shins and rolling back, or in whichever way is comfortable for you coming into seated. And just a very gentle forward bend. So finding your sit bones, removing the meat from your seat, finding the bony bits of your bum. And first of all, bending the knees. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, folding forward wherever your hands land. So either to the sides of your feet or taking hold of the feet. But basically you want to try and lay your torso onto your thighs, whichever way that's possible. And then as you inhale, you're always lengthening forward a little bit. And as you exhale, you're coming down ever so slightly. So you're really starting in this position with torso on the thighs. And then slowly lengthening the legs out if they're bent, but very, very slowly. The important thing is that you've got this nice natural forward bend going on. And when you feel comfortable, you can drop your neck and head down. You're gonna stay here quite a few breaths, maybe like 5 to 6. So take it easy, take it slow, try to enjoy it, and try to keep breathing deeply. And one more deep breath here. And then inhale, slowly coming all the way back up. And we're going to take the legs a bit wider. So around about 90 degrees or maybe a little bit less. And again, finding the meat, finding your sit bones, so removing the meat from your seat. And starting sitting upright. So as if someone just plunked you down on the floor. And then inhale, imagine that you're raising yourself up and out of your hips. And then exhale, coming forward. So again, you can start with your knees bent. It's a little bit more uncomfortable here, especially on your heels. So trying to keep your legs as straight as possible. And then bring your hands just forward. And inhaling, lengthening forward. Exhaling, folding your torso down towards the ground. So you're also opening up your back as you do this, especially your lower back. So nice and gently, stretching our body in every which direction today. So it's all going to feel a bit odd in the opposite of what we've just done. So nice deep breaths. Bring down very, very gently, very slowly. The aim is not to fold yourself in half like a pretzel. And again, just remember as you inhale, you're lengthening forward. And as you exhale, you're folding down a little bit more. Nice deep breath. And then inhale, slowly coming all the way out of it. Bring your shins in towards your chest and crossing your shins in towards your chest. Lifting your hips up from the ground and tucking your toes under and rolling forward if your knees allow you to do that. Otherwise, coming forward onto your hands and knees in a different direction. And inhaling to plank. Exhale, coming down all in one piece, or knees, chest and chin. Bring your body down. Inhale, bring your forearms forward. Inhale, lengthening up. And if this now feels comfortable for you, you can push up with your hands, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding down. And then hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to the knees. And pushing up into your downward dog. Nice deep breaths. And then inhale, coming back to seated. So again, crossing the shins and rolling back, or just coming down. And then we're now slowly going to start coming towards our closing sequence. So rolling your spine, coming down onto the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Best to just gently rocking from side to side, giving your back a little bit of a break. We're going to be doing a little bit more rolling today, like we've been doing before. So keeping your back as rounded as possible as we roll. So crossing your shins and taking hold of your feet. And then rolling back and exhaling, rolling forward, maybe not all the way. Inhale, rolling back. Exhale, rolling forward. And try and do this as slowly and as controlled as possible. Doesn't matter if you roll a bit out of control. Coming all the way back and all the way forward, and just a couple more times, rolling back and so rolling forward, and then ending rolling back onto your spine. And then just for good measure, because we've been doing lots of rolling forwards and backwards, we're going to do some very gentle twists. So bringing your hands out to shoulder height. And then as you exhale, dropping your legs over to the right and gently looking over to the left. We're not going to do any extreme twisting today, just very gentle twisting. So like always, once you're in position, just allowing yourself to melt into the floor. And then inhale, coming back towards the center. And exhale, dropping the legs over to the left and then looking over to the right. And then inhale, slowly bring the legs back towards the middle. And now coming into our closing sequence. So starting off in your version of shoulder stand, either feet up in the air, hands down by your side, or full candlestick posture. Bring your legs back over your head, take hold of your lower back, and then pushing up towards the ceiling with your feet up. And whatever you choose, 8 to 10 of your own deep breaths, and do not move your head if you're up in candlestick. Nice deep breaths. And then once you've completed your 8 to 10 breaths, bring your feet up over your head. Bring your knees towards or onto your forehead. And again, you can keep your hands on your back or bring them down to the floor next to you. And taking about 5 of your own deep breaths here. And then bring your hands down on the floor behind you if they're not already there. When you're ready, slowly rolling your legs all the way back down towards the floor. Keeping your legs straight or bending your knees if it's too much for your lower back. And then coming into your Matsyasana or fish pose. Moving things out of the way. Coming onto your forearms and onto the top of your head and puffing your chest up towards the ceiling. Most of the weight is on your forearms and on the top of your head. And of course your legs. And again, about 3 to 4 of your own deep breaths, puffing your chest up. And tucking your chin in towards the chest as you come back down. And then again, maybe just bring your knees into your chest one more time. Just gently rolling from side to side, or tracing little circles with your lower back. Just bring your knees in, rocking them, whatever feels good. And just to release that tension in the back, if there is any tension in your back. And we're going to add one more thing to do before we come into Shavasana. So bring the soles of your feet together and bring your legs down towards the ground. So you're opening your hips and bring your knees out to the sides. Again, just leveling all of the different things that we've been doing in the back and the torso. Just a couple of nice deep breaths here. And And then when you're ready, you're welcome to stay here if this is feeling good. Otherwise, if you're ready, you can bring your legs out to the sides of your mat and bring your hands down to the sides of your mat. And make yourself as comfortable as you want for your Shavasana. We're going to spend a little bit longer in Shavasana to also do a little bit of breath work. So make yourself nice and comfortable. Put on any layers that you took off. Get yourself a blanket if you want, socks. Or if you're just happy, making yourself as comfortable as you can on the floor. So letting your feet go out wide and hands, palms facing up. Bringing your chin ever so slightly into your chest. And then letting go of the practice. And bringing awareness to your breathing. So just slowing down the breath. And then letting go of any intentional way in which you're breathing. And just observing the breath going in and out. And noticing the airflow, noticing the air as it goes into your nostrils and out again. And noticing how the air is cool as you inhale and warmer as you exhale. Noticing the rising and the falling of your chest as you inhale, as you exhale. Noticing the rising and the falling of your belly as you inhale, as you exhale. Noticing any other sensations that come with the rising and the falling of your chest and your belly. And then imagining lightness as you breathe in and the sinking as you breathe out. Imagining that your body is floating away from the floor as you inhale. And imagining that you're sinking into the ground as you exhale. Imagining as you breathe in, your body floats a little bit away from your mat. And imagining as you breathe out that you're sinking deeper into your mat, deeper into the floor. And just letting go of any particular way in which you're breathing, letting go of the breath. And scanning your body from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Releasing any tension in the top of your head, forehead, your eyes, your ears, and even your nose. Releasing any tension in your mouth, your tongue, and your jaw, so that perhaps your mouth is slightly open. Releasing any tension in your shoulders and in your chest. Relaxing your arms, all the way down your arms and in your elbows, in your wrists and fingers. And releasing any tension in your chest and down your back. You've stretched in lots of different directions. Releasing any tension in your abdomen. And then in your hips and thighs. Relaxing the back of your legs, the back of your knees, front of your knees, and in your calves, shins, and then releasing any tension in your ankles and your toes. Just allow your whole body to relax into the floor. Nowhere to go, nothing to do for a few minutes. And just allow yourself to completely surrender into the ground. And slowly bring your awareness once again to your breathing. Just noticing again the way that you're breathing. And bring your awareness back to the outline of your body on the floor. And to the weight of your body on the floor. And just taking a moment to check in with how your body's feeling now. Maybe thinking back to how you felt at the beginning of the session, noticing any differences, or just checking into how your body feels in this moment. And then when you're ready, beginning to bring a little bit of movement back to your toes and to your fingers, and then to your wrists and to your ankles. And then keeping your eyes closed, if you can, bring your feet together and your hands together up and over your head, and having a big morning stretch, stretching your body all the way from the tips of your fingers down to the tips of your toes. And when you're ready, beginning to bring your knees into your chest, hugging your knees into your chest. And giving yourself a big hug. And then gently rocking from side to side. And when you're ready, rocking yourself over to your right side and using your hand or your arm as a pillow, again just allowing yourself to melt into the floor. And then again, keeping your eyes closed, gently pushing yourself back up to a comfortably seated position and growing into the space above your head, relaxing your shoulders down. And just taking a moment to thank yourself for having taken an hour out of your day to look after yourself. Bringing a little bit of gratitude into the practice. And then when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes and becoming aware again of where you are and who you are. Thank you very much, everybody.